Watcher, welcome back to the channel. It's 1:41 on Sunday. I've got 9 hours 19 minutes to get Scoutcrafter's toolbox tote completed. I've got my kids here, I've got to cook a meal, I've got to tidy up, get them ready for school tomorrow. I've got 2 bits of timber, you see down there, I've got 2 bits of timber I found. They're just 6x1 tannerised outdoor timber. I'm going to use that and see what I can make. It's going to be taking it close to the wire, but let's see what I can make up in 8 and a bit hours. So this is pretty much what I keep my garden bits and pieces in. They're just kept in buckets. I'm sure I could do something better. The tool tote will replace all of this. Okay, so I decided that the tote was going to be 500mm long. So I am measuring out 500mm. I'm going to have 4 sections of 500mm, 2 for the base, 1 for each long side. So I'm cutting down the 2 sides and the base, the 4 number 500mm sections. Just offering up the timbers to make sure that the layout is as I want it, and to ensure that there's not too much in the way of warped boards going one way. The 2 bits of timber at the base of the tool tote are going to be joined together using biscuits and butted together with glue. So I just want to use the electric plane to make sure that I've got a nice crisp surface. Here I'm measuring the width of the base to make sure I cut the 2 end pieces to the correct dimension. Because I don't have any larger dimension stock, I'm going to have to lay 2
bits of timber the same width as the end of the board on top of each other. So I'm cutting 4 of these boards, and they're going to be one on top of each other at each end. I made a mistake on this, you'll see later in the video, where I realised that the top section won't have an ability to have any fixings because I've cut the handle section to a 45-degree angle, so I had to reinforce with hardboard. In order to fit into my shed properly, the tote can only be 10 inches tall, so I'm measuring here to 250mm. This will be the height. And here I'm just working out a location of where the mopstick handle will protrude. I'm just measuring out for the shape at the top of the tote. It was just before this when I realised that I wouldn't be able to fix the top section of the handle, so I needed to reinforce with cardboard. So I drew around the shape, and I'm just cutting it out with a Stanley knife. Here I'm using a bradawl to mark out the centre of where the mopstick handle will go, so the Fortuna bit can locate into the correct position. I was daddy daycare today as well, so this had actually been gluing up for about 3 hours, so it's nice and solid. If like me you don't own a cabinet scraper, a Scoutcrafter scraper does just as well. Marking out the width of the boards onto the base so I know where I can be drilling. that's one side completed. Now to offer up the handrail. You'll notice that the handrail is a little bit short because the boards on the side have got a little bit of a warp. So I filled the gap with just a washer at each end, and then it was nice and snug.
Half an inch.
Measuring and cutting the handrail to what I thought was the correct length. Here I'm just taking off the arises with my block plane.
Okay, so this is my finished article. Well, finished at this point anyway. Just some old tannalised timber lying around with a mop handle. I had my garden accoutrements in just 2 plastic buckets and it was a bit of a nightmare. But now I have this. You can see I've got all my bits and pieces in there. Gloves and whatnots. I'm going to be building a sort of divider, but I didn't listen to John. He told us time and time again, you got 3 weeks, crack on. You got 2 weeks, crack on. You've only got a week, crack on. And what did I do? Just like I used to leave my homework to the last minute at school. I left everything to the last minute. I haven't stained it yet. I'm going to put some sort of preservative on it. But obviously time's running out and I've been rained off 3 times today. So that's my Scoutcrafter initial tote, garden tote competition submission. Okay, thanks for joining me. I feel like a naughty school kid. I just don't take my own advice. I tell my kids all the time, don't leave things till the last minute, don't leave it till the 11th hour, get your homework done, don't leave it till Sunday night, etc. Do as I do, not as I say. Typical, eh? I've never learned. I was like it at school, I'm still like it now. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Come back soon for the next instalment of Essential Handyman. See ya.